a grim and awaited return, the next haunting installment of a blockbuster anthology. The acclaimed and controversial monster anthology series, the brainchild of prolific showrunner Ryan Murphy and his frequent collaborator Ian Brennan, is poised to make a harrowing return to Netflix with its highly anticipated third season. Titled Monster, The Ed Gein Story, this 8-episode limited series is scheduled for a global premiere on October 3, 2025, strategically aligning with the beginning of the spooky season and ensuring a captive audience ready for a deeply disturbing narrative. This installment promises to be the most psychologically rich and thematically complex yet, plunging viewers into the twisted psyche and isolated world of Edward Theodore Gein, the infamously reclusive butcher of Plainfield, whose unimaginably macabre crimes in the 1950s left an indelible and permanent scar on the American consciousness and forever altered the landscape of horror in popular culture. 1. The origins of a horror icon, excavating the Ed Gein legacy. The series is set against the stark, isolating backdrop of 1950s rural Wisconsin, a place of quiet farms and close-knit communities where secrets festered behind closed doors. It portrays Ed Gein not as a cartoonish villain, but as a profoundly damaged, mild-mannered, and socially inept loner, living in a decaying, squalid farmhouse filled with the haunting memories of a brutal childhood under the thumb of a fanatically religious and domineering mother. The narrative is expected to meticulously trace the events leading to the moment when the fragile shell of his sanity finally shattered, revealing the horrifying reality within. A house of horrors adorned with trophies and artifacts crafted from human remains exhumed from local graveyards. Gein's specific crimes, while shocking in their own right, achieved a different kind of immortality by becoming the direct inspiration for some of the most iconic monsters in cinematic history. The series will undoubtedly explore this unique legacy, highlighting how the details of Gein's life, his taxidermy of human bodies, the creation of a woman's suit from human skin, his necrophiliac tendencies, were woven into the fabric of modern horror. Norman Bates, the mother-obsessed motel owner in Alfred Hitchcock's Psycho, Leatherface and his family of cannibals in the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and Jane Gum, the kidnapped women's skinsuit-making serial killer known as Buffalo Bill, in The Silence of the Lambs, all are fictional nightmares born from the very real nightmare of Ed Gein. Netflix's official synopsis suggests this season will look beyond the gore to ask a more profound question, positing that monsters aren't born, they're made by us, thereby implicating society, familial abuse, and untreated mental illness as co-conspirators in the forging of a monster. 2. A stellar, star-studded cast breathes life into a terrifying true story. Bringing this complex and unsettling character to life is a weighty task, and the production has enlisted a formidable cast led by Charlie Hunnam. Best known for his breakout role as Jax Teller in Sons of Anarchy and more recently for his work in Rebel Moon, Hunnam is set to deliver a career-defining performance, embodying the unsettling quietude and deep-seated psychosis of Gein. He is joined by an exceptionally talented ensemble cast designed to explore both the origins of his madness and its cultural aftermath. The incredible Laurie Metcalf, Roseanne, Lady Bird, takes on the pivotal role of Augusta Gein, Ed's puritanical, fanatically religious, and emotionally abusive mother, whose toxic influence is presented as the primary catalyst for his fractured psyche. In a fascinating meta-narrative twist, Tom Hollander, the White Lotus, Pride and Prejudice, will portray the legendary director Alfred Hitchcock, with Olivia Williams, The Sixth Sense, The Nevers, playing his wife and creative partner, Alma Reville. This casting strongly indicates that the series will not only chronicle Gein's crimes but also delve into the immediate cultural shockwaves they sent through America, including the creation of Psycho. The cast is rounded out by a deep bench of acclaimed actors, including Vicky Krieps, Phantom Thread, and Leslie Manville, Another Year, Phantom Thread, alongside Susanna Sun, Red Rocket, Joey Pollery, American Crime Story, Tyler Jacob Moore, Shameless, Charlie Hall, The Safdie Brothers, Will Brill, The OA, Mimi Kennedy, Mom, and Robin Weigert, Deadwood. All in pivotal supporting roles that will flesh out the world of Plainfield and the investigation that brought it all to light. 3. An evolutionary turning point in true crime storytelling. the monster anthology has consistently captivated and divided audiences. Its first season, Monster, The Jeffrey Dahmer Story, 2022, starring Evan Peters, became a viral sensation for Netflix, crossing the coveted 1 billion views threshold in just 60 days, but was also heavily criticized for its graphic nature and its impact on the victims' families. The second season, Monsters, The Lyle and Eric Menendez Story, 2024, continued this trend of dominating the global charts while sparking debate. However, this third season on Ed Gein appears to mark a significant thematic evolution for the franchise. Ryan Murphy has described Gein as an undiagnosed schizophrenic his entire life, signaling an intent to explore the human origins of the horror with more nuance and depth. The focus seems to be shifting from the shock of the crimes themselves to a more introspective and critical examination of the conditions that created them. The series is poised to ask uncomfortable questions about nature versus nurture, the devastating consequences of severe mental illness left untreated, and the societal failures that allow such darkness to grow unnoticed in plain sight. This suggests a move away from pure sensationalism toward a more thoughtful, albeit no less terrifying, form of true crime storytelling. 4. The production journey, from concept to chilling reality. The ambitious project moved from development to production in late 2024, with principal photography taking place on location in Chicago and Los Angeles, where sets were meticulously designed to recreate the bleak, period-specific atmosphere of post-war rural Wisconsin. The production design team faced the unique challenge of building Gein's nightmarish homestead, a character in its own right, with all its grim details. With post-production now completed, the stage is set for the series' ominous fall release. Netflix officially confirmed the October 3, 2025, premiere date alongside the release of haunting teaser posters that cleverly hint at Gein's enduring cultural echo, featuring imagery reminiscent of classic horror film posters and shadowy, unsettling visuals that evoke his grim legacy. 5. Looking ahead, the future of the monster anthology. Even as the world prepares to delve into the mind of Ed Gein, the relentless engine of the monster anthology is already looking forward. Netflix and Murphy have confirmed that Season 4 will focus on the infamous and enigmatic figure of Lizzie Borden, who was tried and acquitted for the brutal axe murders of her father and stepmother in 1892 Fall River, Massachusetts. Ella Beatty, the brutalist, has been cast in the controversial lead role, and she will be supported by a stellar cast including Rebecca Hall, the Night House, Vicky Cristina Barcelona, and Vicky Creeps, who will return to the anthology in a new role.